Barack Obama's team hit back against President Trump's claim of treason. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Wednesday, July 23rd. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. In recent days, Trump and his administration have accused former President Obama of a treasonous conspiracy against him. On Friday, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard released declassified documents. She said they showed that Obama and his team manufactured and politicized intelligence. The accusation relates to the intelligence community's conclusion about Russia's interference on Trump's behalf in the 2016 election. The Post's fact-checker has examined Gabbard's allegations and found them severely lacking. Her claims fly in the face of the conclusions of 4 previous investigations totaling more than 2,500 pages. Nevertheless, Trump repeated them yesterday in the Oval Office, deflecting from a reporter's question about Jeffrey Epstein.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election, and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that.
Obama's office yesterday issued a rare admonishment of Trump's claims. In a statement, it said his allegations were bizarre and ridiculous. President Trump said the U.S. made a deal with Japan to lower proposed tariffs. That's number 2. Back in April, Trump announced sweeping import duties on dozens of countries in an event he dubbed Liberation Day. But since then, things have gotten a little confusing. The White House rapidly pulled back from imposing the tariffs as global financial markets cratered. He paused them until July 9th and pledged negotiations of new deals. Then, as that deadline drew near, Trump sent letters to the leaders of more than 20 countries. He threatened to impose revised tariff rates by August 1st if new agreements weren't made. Yesterday, Trump announced some progress. He said he would impose a 15% duty on Japanese imports. That's down from the 25% he had threatened earlier this month. In return, Japan would remove trade barriers for U.S. auto and agricultural imports and will invest $550 billion in the U.S. Number 3. The rock world is paying tribute to Black Sabbath legend Ozzy Osbourne. Osbourne died yesterday at the age of 76. A cause was not immediately released, but the singer announced in 2020 that he had Parkinson's disease. His death came just weeks after he reunited with his Black Sabbath bandmates for a farewell concert in his home city of Birmingham, England. Here he is introducing the band's classic song, Iron Man, at that concert. As Black Sabbath's unpredictable frontman in the 1970s, Osbourne helped pioneer heavy metal's thunderous, ear-splitting sound. In the 80s, he had massive success as a solo singer. In the 90s, he launched the successful Ozzfest heavy metal tour. Then, in the 2000s, he and his family became known for their hit MTV reality show, The Osbournes. Since the news of his death broke, fellow rock luminaries have been paying tribute. Elton John called Osbourne one of the funniest people I've ever met. Number 4. Officers who punched a man during an arrest will not be charged. Back in February, 22-year-old William Anthony McNeil Jr. was pulled over by sheriff's officers in Jacksonville, Florida. It was light out, but they told him that he needed to have his headlights on and that he hadn't been wearing a seatbelt. McNeil, who is Black, questioned the reasons for the stop. A video of the arrest was shared recently on social media.
There's no rain.
It doesn't matter.
You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now.
That was the sound of an officer smashing McNeil's window and punching him in the face. Then the officers wrestled him out of the car and punched him multiple times. On Monday, the local sheriff said prosecutors will not bring criminal charges against the officers involved. The officers are being investigated for potentially violating department policy. Number 5. U.S. Olympic organizers effectively barred transgender women from competing in women's sports at the Games. The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee updated its policies in a letter yesterday. It said that federal law requires the organization to abide by an executive order that Trump signed in February. That banned trans girls and women from female sports. It's complicated, but the committee found a way to allow transgender athletes to be barred without using the word transgender. That left the organization's intentions vague. In any case, the organization needs federal support while it plans to host the Los Angeles Summer Olympics in 2028. Trump has aggressively sought to roll back transgender rights. Silicon Valley's support for President Trump is starting to pay off. That's number 6. During the presidential election, tech company leaders opened their hearts and their wallets to the Trump campaign. It was a risky bet, but it's starting to pay dividends. Today, Trump is expected to unveil an artificial intelligence strategy that would benefit American tech companies and investors. He's set to reveal 3 executive orders. One of them will target so-called woke artificial intelligence. Trump's Silicon Valley supporters allege that companies have built tools and chatbots that they say show a liberal political bias. It could limit the ability of some companies to have contracts with the federal government. It's a shift from the Biden administration, which sought to regulate Silicon Valley companies and limit the potential harms of AI. Number 7 is a story of foul play. Dozens of peacocks were reported stolen from a historic hotel. Let's get some terminology straight before we get into it. Peafowl refers to both peacocks, who are the boys, and peahens, who are the girls. With that cleared up, California's Ride Hotel, south of Sacramento, has been home to 40 beloved peafowl for 14 years. That is, until this past weekend. A hotel employee said a guest spotted a man on Saturday shoving one of the birds into a cage and loading it onto a truck. The employee then ran around the grounds searching for the birds and was alarmed to find the vast majority were missing. Now only 4 peafowl remain, and one of them seems to have lost some feathers in a scrap. These birds are pretty valuable, and police are investigating. If they were stolen, it may be difficult for the thieves to keep them hidden. Peafowl are very noisy. So if you live in California and hear shrieking in your neighbor's yard, have a quick peek to see if they're harboring dozens of peacocks. All right, you're all caught up. Before you go, a reminder that if you're a subscriber to The Washington Post, you can get access to our shows ad-free in Apple Podcasts. All you have to do is find The Washington Post channel in Apple Podcasts and connect your Post subscription. Then stay tuned for more subscriber-only audio benefits, like exclusive and early access episodes. If you're not a subscriber, this is a great time to start. You can sign up at our channel in Apple Podcasts or through the link in our show notes. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.